LeBron James is going to the city of brotherly love.
Philly! What's good? What's good, Philly?
Stamp.
Woo! Let's go, Broad!
Right now at 11, a LeBron James warning has been issued. The Pennsylvania Emergency Management Agency says rival teams should take shelter and stay away from the glass.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Marby on the Arc, and if you didn't know, LeBron James has signed with the Philadelphia 76ers. The Philadelphia 76ers now have Joel Embiid, who's an MVP. You have Jaylen Brown, who is top 6 in MVP. You have LeBron James, who's arguably the greatest basketball player of all time. You have Tyrese Maxey, who was an all-star, and then you have VJ Edgecombe, who was top 3 and Rookie of the Year. 4 all-stars and 1 top 3 Rookie of the Year candidate. This is equivalent to 2016-2017 Warriors. Before we continue this video, make sure you grab some popcorn, grab some snacks, grab some drinks as we cue the intro. What's going on? It's Marby on the Arc, and if you love sports content and basketball takes, then this is the channel for you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe for further videos, and let me know what you want to see. Alright now, peace. So LeBron James is officially a Philadelphia 76er. Now this has been a long process and a long offseason, but the timeline doesn't actually start here. It starts at the end of last season. At 41 years old, LeBron James found himself carrying a Lakers team that was missing 2 of his biggest offensive weapons. Luka Doncic suffered a hamstring injury against the Oklahoma City Thunder that kept them out of the playoffs, while Austin Reeves missed the postseason with an oblique injury. Going into the first round, almost everybody had the Houston Rockets win this series. The Rockets were younger, more athletic, and they were the healthier team. But LeBron James reminded the entire basketball world why he's considered one of the greatest players to ever touch a basketball. He completely took over the series and led the Lakers to a 6-game upset over Houston at 41 years old. Bro, you know how crazy that is? At 41 years old, Michael Jordan was probably sitting back smoking a cigar. And LeBron at 41 is winning playoff series. The GOAT debate is getting spicy. According to his long-term manager, if LeBron had lost this series, retirement was a real possibility. That's how much those 6 games meant. Not just for LeBron, but for the future of the NBA. Instead of riding off into the sunset, LeBron proved that he still had championship level basketball left in the tank. But unfortunately for him, the Lakers had already made up their minds. The organization appreciated LeBron for everything he had done, but after trading for Luka Doncic, their future was obvious. The keys to the franchise belonged to him. For the first time in over 20 years, LeBron James was no longer a centerpiece of an NBA franchise. And just like that, he entered free agency.
LeBron James made the decision on Tuesday here that he will enter free agency. But not only that, he has decided to leave the Los Angeles Lakers. Rich Paul, his agent, informed Rob Pelinka, the Lakers' president of basketball operations, that the Lakers can move on with their offseason because LeBron James is moving on with them.
Almost every team wanted LeBron. Fan speculation, jersey swaps, everything began to go crazy. Then, during an off-season podcast appearance, Rich Paul gave everyone a clue. A whiteboard listing of LeBron's potential destinations appeared in the background. 5 teams stood out: the Golden State Warriors, the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Miami Heat, the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the Philadelphia 76ers. One by one, those teams began disappearing, and the first team that was eliminated was Minnesota. From a basketball standpoint, the fit wasn't bad at all. And actually had it one of the best fits that he possibly could have went. Minnesota had the talent, the athleticism, and the defense, and adding LeBron would have instantly made them championship contenders. But basketball isn't played on paper. Minnesota's core was built around young, reckless superstars entering their prime, while LeBron was entering the final chapter of one of the greatest careers in sports history. LeBron has even joked that most of his free time is spent playing golf. So pairing a 41-year-old legend with the league's 2 most reckless superstars simply didn't make sense from either side. Just like that, Minnesota was crossed off the list. I left 4 teams, and the next one came up was Golden State. This one felt like the fan favorite. LeBron James, Stephen Curry. It would have been one of the greatest moments in NBA history. But LeBron had one condition. He didn't believe just him and Steph alone were enough to win another championship. If he were going to Golden State, he wanted another superstar. And that superstar was Anthony Davis. The Warriors immediately tried putting together a package. Their biggest trade chip was Jimmy Butler, who was coming off an ACL tear. But unfortunately for Golden State, the Warriors weren't interested in building a deal around Butler, and without Anthony Davis, LeBron wasn't convinced the Warriors had enough to compete for another title. And down goes two. Golden State was crossed off the list. 3 teams remain. Cleveland was next up. The city where everything started. The place where LeBron became a superstar. The franchise he delivered its first championship to. It would have been the perfect ending. But LeBron had another idea. He wanted to reunite with Kyrie Irving. The same Kyrie who hit one of the biggest shots in NBA history. LeBron believed Kyrie's skill set completed his game better and wanted one final run with his former point guard. The only problem was, the Mavericks weren't willing to trade Kyrie Irving. Without Kyrie, Cleveland couldn't build a good roster LeBron had envisioned. So despite how incredibly the story would have been, the Cavaliers were unfortunately out. Now, 2 teams remain. The Miami Heat and the Philadelphia 76ers. This was the hardest decision of them all. Miami gave LeBron familiarity, air exposure, championship culture, Bam Adebayo anchoring one of the league's best defenses, Giannis Antetokounmpo as another superstar to chase a title with. It looked like the perfect reunion was the best choice for LeBron's future. But Philadelphia offers something completely different. Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, a younger supporting cast, and a roster that seemed built already around something LeBron still does at an elite level. But at that point, Philadelphia still wasn't a clear favorite. LeBron believed the Sixers were talented, but they were still one move away from separating themselves from Miami.
Shams Charania reporting on a blockbuster. What do you got?
Sources tell me the Boston Celtics have traded all-NBA star 2024 Finals MVP Jaylen Brown to the Philadelphia 76ers for Paul George, 2 first-round picks, and 2 second-round picks.
The Boston Celtics shocked the NBA by trading Jaylen Brown to the Philadelphia 76ers. Philadelphia didn't just add another all-star. They added a 29-point-per-game scorer, one of the league's best two-way wings, a player capable of taking over a game on both ends of the floor. That trade completely changed the outlook of the roster. Instead of joining just Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey, LeBron was now looking at a big 4 consisting of Joel Embiid, Jaylen Brown, Tyrese Maxey, and himself. For LeBron, that was exactly what he needed, not only to stay healthy throughout the regular season, but also compete for a title. Embiid could dominate the inside, Maxey could attack in transition, Jaylen Brown can give Philadelphia nearly 30 points on any given night while guarding the opposing team's best player. That allowed LeBron to focus on what he's been doing his entire life. Running the offense, controlling the pace, and making the right basketball play. LeBron's biggest asset is taking over only when the biggest moments demanded it. The roster already made sense, but adding Jaylen Brown completely sweetened the deal and turned Philadelphia into a clear championship favorite in LeBron's eyes. A decision still had to be made. But then, just days before LeBron was expected to announce his decision, someone connected to Miami's media department accidentally leaked a LeBron James press conference placeholder before anything had become official. Whether it was an honest mistake or not, LeBron's camp wasn't happy. He wanted to completely control the announcement and didn't want to feel rushed. Miami had unnecessary distractions, and ultimately, that mistake took them out of the bidding. But now, there was only one team left. Philadelphia. But the more I look at his fit, Joel Embiid gave LeBron the dominant interior presence he had been looking for, with the Warriors trying to trade for Anthony Davis. Both superstars, when healthy, dominate the NBA. Both superstars are two-way players that can affect winning at a tremendous rate. But if LeBron can win with Anthony Davis, I'm pretty sure he can win with Embiid. You have Tyrese Maxey, who I'm not comparing to a Kyrie Irving just yet, but they both have speed and elite shot creation. So now we have Philly knocking down 2 of the player archetypes that LeBron James went on his championship run with. Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving, comparable to Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. And you still have Jaylen Brown, who was top 7 in MVP voting. Another Finals MVP capable of carrying the offensive load at any given moment. LeBron brought exactly what Philadelphia had been missing for years: leadership, playmaking, championship experience, someone capable of controlling a playoff game when everything slows down. But of course, there are still concerns. Can Joel Embiid finally stay healthy for an entire playoff run? And how would the defense look with a 41-year-old LeBron an injury-prone Embiid, and 2 guards under 6'3". Now those questions won't be answered until the season begins, but one thing is guaranteed. This is some peak NBA basketball we are going to watch, and this has been one of the best off seasons in a long time, if not the best off season of all time. But y'all let me know, did LeBron make the right decision towards winning a championship, or should he have picked another team? If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications in order to not miss the next video. But with all that being said, my name's Marbiani. I'm taking a step back until our next upload. Peace.